ever stop me though. So no, I'm on the go, I'm on the go. Yeah, love me all coming up off the show. Yeah. I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. That's
so it's a kid Mikey Fresh with Movado.
Mad.
I mean, your new album just came out, Mr. Brooks, A Better Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty interesting meaning.
Definitely.
But in all reality, if you could change things, what would A Better Tomorrow be like for Movado? If you could change things for tomorrow?
Well, it would be like more upliftment for the youths, even where I'm from, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Okay.
More better environment, you know, more upliftment, you know what I mean? More infant cared for and all these things, you know what I mean?
And was that really the message that you touched on with the album throughout the whole CD?
Not throughout the whole CD, you know what I mean? But, like, as I'm saying, because this album it doesn't really base up off just one topic.
So
you know what I mean?
It's a bunch of different realms on there.
You understand?
Okay.
It's about different things. You understand? Different phases in life and all these things.
Alright, and Hot 97, they hosted your album release party last night, SOBs.
Yeah.
How'd it go down? Was it up to par with the parties in Jamaica, yeah?
It's crazy, crazy, crazy. You know what I mean?
You had a good time?
Definitely.
Alright. You know, your first album, it was a huge success overseas as well as United States, Gangster for Life. But what does it really mean? What's your definition of being a gangster?
Well, you don't know, no. Our definition of being gangster, where we're from, is that we always stand up for our rights. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So it's basically just standing up for what you believe in. It doesn't really have to have any kind of negative connotations to it.
It doesn't have to have any negative anything, you know what I mean? It's just straight upliftment, straight positiveness. You know what I mean?
Alright, so
but,
positivity.
You know, on another side, people are always putting things their way. You know what I mean? But at times people need to understand and need to learn that it's not their way of life. It's always the way of life that I am checking. You understand?
Alright.
Some people, because they always hear about your Movado being gangster. So at times it's like they try to put a whole negative thing around Movado career, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because as I said, no one knows my struggle. And no one knows the distance and the journey that I'm really coming from, that I'm traveling from, you understand? But
so more or less it just represents who you are, really.
yeah, you understand? It just represents who I am, you know what I mean? It just represents for the streets, you know what I mean? For the gully.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
And you collaborated with a bunch of huge hip-hop artists, Wyclef Jean, Lil Kim, Busta, Jim Jones and Jay-Z have even jumped on your remixes. Are you a really fan of hip-hop music, or?
Definitely.
So how was it working with these cats?
From ever since Tupac, you know what I mean? Right up to now, you know what I mean? I've always been a fan of hip-hop music, you know what I mean? With now you got the Little Wayne and, you know what I mean? You have all these new rappers, you know what I mean?
So how does it feel to be accepted by these cats into, you know, their own genre? They're kind of mixing your music with their music is...
Well, it's a great feeling because, tell you what, we've been working, you know what I mean, for dancehall music, you know what I mean? And at times, it just seems as if dancehall music ain't moving. You understand?
Yeah.
So when Movado come and said, Jehovah guide me, I'm on the rock, and Jay-Z went and did something on that song, you know what I mean? It's a very good look for dancehall music, you know what I mean? Not only for Movado, but for the whole dancehall.
For your whole culture, the music you represent.
Because that show that they are out there and they are listening to dancehall music. You know what I mean?
And, you know, it feels like you really are the biggest dancehall artist in the United States right now. I mean, but it's like people can't get enough of you. You stay like somewhat as a mysterious character. You don't do too many interviews, not too many shows.
Yeah.
Is this something you do on purpose?
I don't do so many interviews, you know. You know what I mean? I try not to let my life base up off all these interviews and all these things. You know what I mean? But there's a time for everything. Like, there's a time now to make all these fans out there get to see me and I interview and all these things, you know what I mean? But I don't really base up my whole career off it. I more base up my whole career off that just doing the music, you know what I mean? And let the music speak for itself, you know?
So say you're not in it for the fame or the glory, you just want to get your message across, express yourself?
I'm in the music, for the love of the music. You know what I mean? Because I've get so many fights for the music. You know what I mean? If I was in it for just the glory and for the money and for the glitter and everything, then I'll give up by now. You know what I mean?
Alright, that's real.
I am in it because of the love for dancehall music, you know?
Right. Also, recently there's been a ban on all music on public airwaves in Jamaica that glorifies sexual violence. How do you feel about that censorship? Is it going to affect you in any way?
Well, tell the truth, all these bands of all these songs and all these things, you know what I mean? It affect dancehall. It don't affect Movado. Because, I mean, it does affect Movado too, but it affect dancehall. Because all of these artists that's out there doing dancehall music, they are dancehall, you understand? So, but it's not like me really put all these things on my mind and all of that. Me's a youth now, I'm just out there, I'm just going to do my work. It didn't even matter to me. Because when I do my music, I don't do my
you got while you're here?
Tell my fans go get my album. You know what I mean? It's out, it's in the store now.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Mr. Brooks, a brighter, a better tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm so special. I'm mad. But